Hello friends, and welcome back to Keefe's Kitchen. This week I'm making a recipe that I am almost willing to bet that nobody who's watching this has heard of. It's called Banitsa. Banitsa is a traditional Bulgarian dish. It translates to pie, but it's not like the pie that we think of, right? It's phyllo dough, which is this lovely, really flaky, thin dough. And you use eggs, yogurt, some oil, and feta cheese, and you layer them to make this awesome egg and cheese pie that you bake in the oven. Really flaky, really just awesome flavor. If you don't like feta cheese, I'm sorry, maybe this isn't for you, but it's for me, all right? And I hope maybe after you watch this, it'll become for you. So, let's make some banitsa.
So first, we're going to make our Banitsa base. So this is 1 3/4 cups plain whole fat yogurt. You can use Greek yogurt if you want, but regular yogurt works fine. And then 5 eggs. 5 eggs. Add that right on top of the yogurt. And then you're going to add 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. You could also use sunflower oil or avocado oil, something like that. And this is 1 teaspoon of baking soda, not baking powder, baking soda. Once you've got everything in the bowl, you're going to break up the yolks with your whisk and whisk until everything is smooth and nicely combined. Now we're going to add the secret ingredient, feta. Feta cheese, add 12 ounces of feta cheese. If I was going to do this again, I would have crumbled up the feta a little bit more because those chunks were kind of big. But you can add them right in and then mix them together. And now we're going to preheat our oven to 350 degrees and then we'll begin to assemble the banitsa. So take your casserole dish or pan or whatever you got and spray it down with some cooking oil. Now I have this Pam avocado oil spray, but you could also just use some butter or some vegetable oil. So this is the phyllo dough. Phyllo dough is very thin, as you can see, like paper thin. It's almost like very, very thin wrapping paper. So what you're going to do is grab a 1/4 cup scooper and scoop a 1/4 cup of the mixture right on top of one of the sheets of dough. Spread it out. You don't have to be too exact with this. Now this is my first time making it and I went a little bit slower and you'll see the rolls get a little bit more precise as we go on, but you can spread a 1/4 of that right on top of the phyllo dough and then you're going to begin to roll it up and form it into a little tube, and once you've got it into the tube shape, you're going to set it inside the dish and just continue on until you've used up nearly all of your phyllo dough and you've filled the space in your pan. So you'll see I completed that right there, popped it right in the pan, fits nicely, and now I will do the rest for the rest of the phyllo sheets. Now don't be too concerned if they rip. You can do one of two things. You can just tough through it and pick it up even if it rips and pop it back in the pan, or you can use one single extra sheet of phyllo dough and wrap it around it to kind of contain it. I would not recommend any more than one because if you do that, then you're going to get a really, really doughy portion and one that is not very doughy. So now, once you have filled up the pan, take any remaining phyllo sheets, there shouldn't be very many left, and kind of crumple them up. And you know, I remember the word I was trying to think of, tissue paper. Crumple them up like a piece of tissue paper and place them right on top, and spoon the rest of your mixture right on top of that, and then pop it in the oven, again at 350. It should be done preheating by now. Pop it in the oven at 350 degrees for about 25 to 30 minutes. Once that time is up, pull it out of the oven and take a peek. It should be really nice and golden brown on top. I could have let mine go a little bit longer, but I was impatient and very hungry. And that's it. Your banitsa is ready to eat. Cut it up into squares, and that's it.
All right, so the banitsa is done. And here's what it looks like. I cut myself a piece right here of the one that I just pulled out. And it looks really good. It smells awesome. I'm excited to taste it and see if it tastes like I remember it tasting. So, oh my gosh. Let's see if I can actually get it onto the fork. There we go. All right, here we go. Mmm. Mmm. That is really good. The egg and feta are awesome. If you don't like feta, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe just learn to like feta, and then you'll like this. Egg and feta together are great. It's really mellowed out also by the yogurt that we added in. You don't even need any seasoning for this. I don't need any extra salt. I don't need any, I really don't need anything. Traditionally in Bulgaria, it's served for breakfast, but you can eat it at any time. And often it's served with yogurt on the side, just as, again, like a breakfast item. So you could do that if you wanted, but I think this is awesome. It takes very little time to make at all, very little effort for something that you can, you can eat for any meal. And yeah, this is great. I really hope that you make this. I hope that you like it as much as I do. And that's it. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.